from mature.
BELEIVE was an ad campaign for the 2007 video game Halo 3. The commercial centers around a diorama depicting a battle between Marines and Covenant, representative of the battles you'll fight in the game. The miniature scene itself is a sight to behold. Even if you're not the target demographic, you can still appreciate it as a work of art, and makes the commercial all the more memorable. Being frozen in time allows us to see through the chaos of the battle, revealing the true horrors of war. It's a very depressing scene with a desaturated colour palette, showing the absence of life and grounding the scene in a grim reality. The camera is positioned as if we are standing in the battlefield alongside the soldiers, rather than looking down at a model, which makes it more immersive. The slow trucks draw attention to the pain and suffering of the Marines caked in mud and blood, and upon still close-ups we see their expressions of utter fear and despair. It's a refreshing contrast from the typical action-packed and glorified trailers that are associated with the first-person shooter genre, which makes the commercial stand out above the rest. There is no sound or narration, only a poetic piano melody that further evokes the feeling of hopelessness, and the way the shots are cut to the notes makes each one more impactful than the last. Eventually, the camera dollies above the battle to the Master Chief, the character you play as in the game. You might have never played Halo, but can instantly identify the big green spaceman, an example of ethos. He is one of gaming's biggest icons, so it's shocking to see his lifeless body in the clutches of a brute. When all seems lost, the camera focuses on the grenade in the Chief's hands, before he lifts his head looking straight into the camera. This is a very impactful moment, since we've been led to believe that everything has come to a standstill, and that nothing can be done. Being the only one who can move could be considered a metaphor. Only you, the player, can save your fellow soldiers from their grisly fates and fight back against the enemy. Finally, the words BELIEVE appear in big, bold capital letters, almost as if the Chief himself is speaking directly to the viewer. It makes the commercial much more personal, the use of pathos inspiring hope and your will to fight. We didn't have to see the Chief break free. We only had to believe that he could.